does happen.
Well, we're not going to see what most people are expecting. That's for sure. I can guarantee that, because most people looking at the weights and saying, oh, they're too far apart. Canelo's too big. No, we're not going to see what y'all think we're going to see. We're going to see
Canelo, what did you think about the shove, that moment that happened on stage?
I'm turning it on right now.
Right? Yeah. Did it make you want to go harder for the 13?
I don't know, but made me feel more excited.
I love it.
I'm gonna train so far.
Roy Jones Jr. recently trained with Terence Crawford and believes Canelo Alvarez is in serious trouble. Jones, a legendary boxer, watched Crawford spar, move, and hit, and was very impressed. He saw how much muscle Crawford has gained and how well he handles it. After watching closely, Jones said Crawford still has amazing speed and power. He thinks Crawford has everything needed to knock Canelo out. Even though Crawford is already one of the best fighters in the world, Jones noticed he's still getting better, which makes him even more dangerous. Jones wasn't just praising him, gave clear reasons why he believes Canelo won't be able to keep up. Jones knows what it takes to move up in weight and make history.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about...
Roy Jones's strong words add more excitement to a fight that was already one of the biggest of the decade. Crawford isn't slowly stepping into this moment. He's diving in with full force. This became even clearer when Canelo asked for a smaller ring, trying to reduce Crawford's movement. It seems Canelo expects Crawford to use speed and angles instead of standing toe-to-toe. But instead of staying quiet, Crawford quickly fired back.
Always, to be honest with you, when I talk to Bud, he convinces me that he's going to win the fight because he's such a believer in his own ability and he's very convinced. And then you see the presser yesterday and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously he's a big lump. So I was always Canelo, then I sort of leant towards Bud, but now I'm back with Canelo.
In a recent press conference, Crawford joked that the only running he'd be doing would be upside Canelo's big head. It was funny, but also sharp. Crawford didn't avoid the issue of aggression. Instead, he turned it around. He didn't complain about the smaller ring. He accepted it and clearly said what he plans to do. I'm hunting him. I'm going wherever he is, and I'm taking it all on September 13th.
On the era that surpassed us, the Floyd, the Pacquiao, the De La Hoya, we both came up in that era, and he was right there with those fighters, and he got the chance to fight the Miguel Cottos, the Floyd Mayweathers, and the Kovalevs and Triple G's, and I wasn't able to get those mega fights, so this is my mega fight, this is my moment, and that's the reason why I want to fight an all-time great like.
Crawford's words aren't just talk. He's undefeated with 41 wins, 31 of them by knockout. He's a champion in 4 weight divisions and just added another belt after beating Israel Madramov. That fight went the distance, but it added 2. His already great career, now Crawford is jumping up to weight classes to take on Canelo, the current undisputed champion. Meanwhile, Canelo is coming off a not-so-impressive win over William Skull.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this last couple of years, I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you...
In that 12-round fight, Canelo and Skull, through only 445 punches, combined one of the lowest totals in a major title bout. It wasn't just boring, it raised questions about Canelo's current form. His past was filled with exciting victories. But now, he doesn't look like the aggressive counterpuncher he used to be. Against Skull, he looked flat and cautious, more interested in avoiding danger than winning big.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can.
That version of Canelo could be in trouble against Crawford, who is great at punishing slow or hesitant opponents. Crawford's style is sharp, reactive, and deadly when his opponent slows down. But now, it's not just about fighting styles. Fight has become personal. At a press event in New York, Crawford and Canelo clashed on stage. Canelo shoved Crawford, causing their teams to jump in and security to break it up. It wasn't staged, it was real tension. Their personalities and history are colliding, making the fight even more intense.
Cool. Well,
is there a champion?
I'm going to fight another elite
there is
fighter
a champions, good fighters, but elite fighters is different. Wait.
I'm going to fight an elite fighter in September.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we're
going to find out.
Then we're going to find out.
And don't get me wrong, you're a great fighter.
I know I'm great.
You're a great fighter. But are you going to find out? I hope your uncle Turki Alashi pay you enough money because it's going to be the last. That's for sure.
It may be. Maybe.
I hope he pay you enough.
But you know, after fighters fight me, they never the same. So I just hope your career continue.
If you look at my career.
Both fighters have won titles in 4 weight classes and want more than just another belt. Crawford wants to prove he's one of the greatest of all time, even better than legends in lighter divisions. Canelo, with 63 wins and 39 knockouts, wants to show he's still at his best and shut down talk of his decline.
Happened in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, you know, is his weight. Yeah. And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Crawford is a legend, bro. Yeah. You know, and like I said, you can't count him out. You know what I'm saying?
Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins, who used to work with Canelo during the Golden Boy era, first thought Crawford was making a big mistake. He said it was silly and reminded everyone that weight classes exist for a reason. He even warned that it could be dangerous for Crawford.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know? So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later. And he's still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so...
But later, Hopkins completely changed his mind. In a newer interview, he said Crawford has an 85% chance of winning. That's not just hopeful, that's strong belief. Hopkins said Crawford isn't just trying to prove something, he's trying to show that Canelo's time is over. Hopkins is known for being careful and technical, so if he sees Crawford setting the pace early, he believes Canelo will have a hard time keeping up. That could be a big problem for Canelo.
He hopes you don't run. And Turki has a knockout bonus in this fight. And there seems to be something out there like the way for you to win this fight is to move. Is that true?
Listen.
Turki, you need to put a small ring. The smaller ring in the...
No. There's also a huge bonus involved. One of the event's main sponsors, Turki Alalshik, said there will be a big cash prize for anyone who scores a knockout. He didn't say the exact amount, but made it clear this fight isn't just about belts or legacy, it's about giving fans a real show. The event is part of boxing's shift into major entertainment. Saudi support, cross-promotions, and big production value. Similar to the UFC, Turki also said the winner would get the most expensive Ring Magazine belt ever made, crafted by a British company that makes custom pieces for royalty and military. It's not just a belt, it's a work of art and a symbol of dominance.
Disappointment if this did normal boxing numbers, and let's be real, what Jake Paul is gonna say. He already shitted on this fight. Don't let the numbers not come anywhere close to his numbers with Tyson, and it's gonna be all bad. Would it even matter if Bud and Canelo didn't do the numbers of Jake and Tyson? Or is that an indictment on the sport that, it's just showing what our fan base prefers?
And to claim that symbol, Canelo must beat a fighter who isn't just moving up in weight, but also gaining speed, timing, intelligence, and unshakable confidence. Crawford isn't taking a gamble. He truly believes he deserves to be on top. His mindset is supported by legends like Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins. Crawford knows the crowd might not be on his side. Canelo is hugely popular, especially in Las Vegas. But Crawford doesn't mind. He said, "I want everyone in the crowd to boo me. They'll be crying when they go home."
You need to put a small ring. The smaller ring in the...
Hey, Matt. Yeah. The only running that I'm going to be doing is running upside his head, and I can assure you that. Facts. And he got a big head, too.
Meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had one...
Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo. Do you really think he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason.
Canelo, and he fights at 168 plus, so I don't see me and him fighting. So,
what's the highest you could fight at realistically?
I would say 154 realistically.
154.
So them boys get big up there. And I'm not a person to, to my